Hiya, I'm Claire. It's been a little while since I've made a video for my YouTube, so I'm here to show you around my craft room. I've had a bit of a tidy up. I've had a few shelves fall down, so it's given me a good chance to have a rearrange and just move things about, so I can use my favourite things at the moment. So I'll just turn the camera around and I'll show you what my view is. Okay, that's easier said than done. Okie doke, so as I'm sitting in my chair at my desk, this is the view that I have. So I'm really lucky, and I have two windows in this room. I have this one here and this little one out to the side, so we're flooded with light. Little chaffinch on the table, making the most of the seed. You can just about see a bit of snow in the background there. If I move you back round this way, you can see out this window. It's one of my favourite views in the house. You can actually see that we've still got snow laying on the ground, even though it's been sunny today. So we've got the windowsill. I don't usually like to have lots of things on the windowsill, but of course in the craft room you have to make use of all the available space. So I've got my paint brushes, I've got my water brushes and my scissors, and these fab little pots I've got from a local garden centre. They're actually flower pots, and they were just a really nice shape and a really nice size, really sturdy, because obviously when you're stacking all of our supplies in something like this, sometimes these pots have a tendency to topple, but these are really sturdy. So I have 3 there, and I have a couple on the other windowsill. In this little corner I have my sellotape, and I've got a few little bits of little Lego characters. You can see that my youngest son Stephen has built for me, so I like to keep them there. So back to my desk. I've pretty much always got a coffee on the go, so we'll just move that out of the way. But this is the view that I have when I sit and create, pretty much all day, every day. I have a TV there. I have my Matinea card cuts here in this nice little box, so they're always on hand to reach. They're the only things I stamp on these days. I have a little pile of projects. If you've been on our YouTube for Imagine Design Create and onto my blog recently, you'll see these projects on there that I've written up. So another important thing that I always have to hand are my stamping blocks, so they always sit there, and I've got a few sitting underneath, so I've got plenty, never have too much. And then on is probably my newest addition to the room, this spinner. I have wanted one of these for probably years and years, literally years and years, probably since I started crafting. Probably be about 15 years ago even. But I found this in Matalan probably just after Christmas. There was only one left on the shelf, and it was a bargain price, and I thought, I love this colour, matches perfectly with the pots that I have. So I had to get that really, didn't I? And this houses all my tools. I've got my tweezers, I have my biros and my pens so I can take notes, empty spray bottles, water spray, I have a stamp cleaner, I have all my fine liner pens and my sketch pens for when I'm doing my designs, and have my planner pens there as well. I have my aqua markers, or aqua tints from Nuvo. So I only have 3 at the moment, but I'm waiting on a delivery from Kerry Ann. I can't wait because I'm going to have a few more additions. So I have a few more colours. So this is my desk, and this is where I do my videoing actually. So you can see the rig up that I've got here. I've got my camera which looks down overhead. So this is the view that I have to do my video in, and obviously because I've got the windows it's really nice and bright. Nothing fancy, I have just a tiny little tripod or an arm with my camera on, and just a piece of wood coming away from the shelf that I have there. down, I have my planning corner. So I have my planner for Imagine, Design, Create, and the blogs and everything that I need to do for social media there. And then I have a Filofax one underneath with quite groovy inserts in. But that's for to keep track of school and the boys and where my husband's travelling to and where I should be and everything like that. Oh, you can see another little thing there that I blogged the other day, a little doodle. So then I have my shelves all within arm's reach from the chair that I have. You can see on these baskets here I have all my stamps. These are all Kerry Ann's designs, these are all my designs. I only keep them separated purely because there are so many. We've done an awful lot between us and it just makes it easier for me to find the designs I need at the time. And now I can come to the little baskets. This is where I've had a bit of a rearrange because I'm having a bit of a thing for the Nouveau products at the moment. I just love their packaging and I'm really loving the colours and the products that they're coming out. So I have all of these on hand. These are all my jewel drops and I have some of the crystal drops too and the embossing powders. And aren't they just fab packaging? I just love the way that they look, and I quite like having everything that all looks the same. So once I'm in sort of a product or a range of things, I do quite like to collect everything that they have because it all coordinates as well, obviously. This is all my Memento inks. I love stamping with these. Here are all my infusions, and I have actually my twine underneath here. This, I don't do much embellishment on my cards, but I do like to add a bit of twine, so I've got some lovely colours there. Now these little baskets are just perfect. I think I only got them for about £1 or €1.50 here because we're in Ireland. And it does mean, even with things in them, that they can stack, so they're really neat, really smart. Here I have my blending tools. I have ones for distress inks and ones for distress oxides, and then I have all my inks. Now I still need to find a way to stack these so I don't have to sort of dislodge the piles each time, but I'm working on that. That'll be work in progress. Come up to the top. Now I have a bit of a story about this shelf. Last time I filmed one of my videos for Imagine, Design, Create, this whole shelf came tumbling down and I had all my pro markers stacked up here and it was absolute carnage. So there's not too much going on up here at the moment. I do have all my card blanks and my envelopes. I have my distress crayons and the mini distress inks, which are great to travel with and to go and demo with. And I come to the top shelf around here. I have some empty pots, so these are ready for more products that are coming soon. And then I have my stack of pens and watercolour pencils. I'm a bit of a penaholic as well. I do like to collect pens, always have done. And I've got lots of brush markers at the moment, so I need to get on and get some projects made with those. So if I sit back down on my chair and move you back round, just behind me in my room, I have some more shelves, and then I have my big stacking unit here, which I've had probably 9 or 10 years now. It's been a while. And my trolley. Now I don't use an awful lot from this trolley at the moment, and this is pretty much a storage thing. Probably the only thing that I do use most of, if I need to. This is where I go to for my ribbon. Bits of ribbon there, which is all sort of like nicely stored away. I have my die cutting station there, so I have my Big Shot, the A4 size Sizzix. It's the Big Shot Plus, and have all my cutting plates. Come back up to the shelves. In here I have, what do I have in here? I have all my canvases ready for new projects in the future. I have lots of mixed media in there, so I have structure pastes and things. I have a couple of empty boxes which need filling. In here I have all my distress stains, all my Tim Holtz distress stains and distress paints and all sorts. Here I have some more dies and some more stamps from other companies. I don't use them a huge amount at the moment, not these days, as I do a lot of my own designing and then use a lot of my own designs. But I'm a bit of a hoarder when it comes to stamps and favourite things, so I do like to keep them in there. I have this little shelf here. I mean, these shelves are actually brilliant. You can see that I've just hooked it on the shelf that's attached to the wall. Can you see that? Yeah, I actually got these from Lidl. They're only a couple of pounds and they're brilliant. But this just gives me another filing system. So in here I keep all my magazine commissions, all the ones that I need to do, all the ones that I need to get posted off. So I've got quite a few of them on the go at the moment. I have some more storage boxes up the top there, stuff that I don't use that much on a regular basis, so it's just good storage. I come back down to these bottom shelves. I've got these couple of boxes here. This is all design team stuff from Imagine Design Creates, everything that they have available in the shop. So there's lots of design papers, and there's card stock, there's fabric bags. So that's my go-to place if I need anything that isn't usually within reach on my desk. I'll show you the floor briefly. The floor's a bit of a state at the moment. I'm not quite sure what to do with all this stuff. This little pile of stuff here is mostly design team stuff from when I was on Indigo Blue design team and the Creative Expressions. Again, I'm a bit of a hoarder and I can't part with the stuff, but I don't use it a huge amount at the moment. So I've just boxed it up. Now I do have this box of embellishments and goodies. Back in the day when eyelets were a big thing, I really liked using them. I still would actually. I do actually quite like the hardware. I don't use a huge amount of bling, so just the odd placed eyelet or piece of metal hardware I think looks really nice. So I do have all sorts of colours in there. I have my box of adhesive, so I have my double-sided tapes. I get through lots and lots, so I always need a good stash. I have my foam pads, red tape there. And what do I have going on under here? Oh, here we are. This is where all my pro markers ended up, because I haven't got round to sorting them yet. So they all fell on the floor, and they all came crashing down, and I wondered what on earth had happened. Frightened the life out of me. So now they are all actually sitting in a box. So I need to decide what I'm going to do with those. These white boxes I've got actually are great. I mean, they come in 2 or 3 different sizes and they all stack on top of one another. And I think I actually cleaned out all of the supplies from the town that I live in. I scoured every shop, every DIY shop that had these, and I pretty much bought them all up because they stack so well. So down here you can probably see I have my Creative Expressions, and I have a whole box of Indigo Blue stamps. Again, I love Indigo Blue stamps, and I really can't face putting them away, so they don't go too far. I do dip into them on the odd occasion. So I'll bring you back up. So it's a bit higgledy-piggledy, so I hope you're not getting too dizzy. Come back round to this windowsill here, and you can see I've got another couple of these flower pots, which is brilliant. This one here, bring it away from the light, you can see I've got all my blending brushes, which I use on a regular basis also, so they're within reach. And this one I have all my mixed media tools, so I have a straw, always comes in handy, eh? I have bone folding tools, I have spatulas, I have this lovely fabric rose that good friend sent me for Christmas. So that sits there and amongst them. And I can bring you back round to my desk. You've seen everything on here. Going back to my coffee, my Tim Holtz stamping platform, which is always within reach. I didn't think I'd use it as much as I actually do. Although I still use my stamping blocks lots, this really does have a place, and yeah, I can't do without that now. Then I have my guillotines and my cutters. This is a new one actually, literally in the last couple of weeks, but this is just like a portable one. So that's the tonic guillotine, but I also have this Fiskars guillotine. Now this is brilliant. This is one of the first things that I bought when I started doing all the commissions for all the magazines. I needed a what's the word? I needed a trimmer that I could rely on that would cut straight and would cut neatly as well. So this is just brilliant. It's a self-sharpening one, so it doesn't actually go blunt, so it doesn't actually rip or tear the paper, so you always get a nice crisp clean cut from there. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed my tour. I hope I haven't gabbled on too much. I'll just move backwards so you can see it in all its messy glory, I guess. And I shall be back with you again soon. Thanks for joining me, guys. Bye.